Hey kids, it's second hour-ish, Wednesday, September 9th. This is for tomorrow. Hope everybody's doing okay. You should have had some homework to complete. It was a worksheet. If you have those in front of you, let's go over the answers real quick. It shouldn't be too tough. We're doing absolute value and opposites. Number 1 was -4. Number 2, -1. Number 3, -6. Number 4, 8. Number 5, -11. Number 6, 17. Number 7, 24. Number 8, -14. Number 9, -9. And number 10, 3. Then you had another section. I think you had to give the absolute value on this section. 11 was 2. 12 was 13. 13 was 4. 14 is 5, 15, 6, 16, 10, 17, 3, 18, 11, and 19, 8, and 20 was 0. The absolute value of 0 is 0. So those should have gone pretty quick for you, I think. So we're still dealing with some positive, negative numbers. We need to do some word problems, though, and I think that you'll be okay with these word problems. I think that you'll like it okay. So what you need to do is, hopefully you'll be able to see this. This first word problem says, can you see that? We're going to try to draw this with a number line to show it. A football team gains 15 yards on the first play and lost 8 yards on the second play. Use positive and negative numbers to show the team's progress. Okay, so I'm not really much of a football fan, but don't tell my husband or my son that because they love it. So I have to pay attention to the crowd, because when the crowd claps, I clap, and when the crowd is like uh-oh, then I'm uh-oh. People have to tell me when to ring the cowbell thing that they gave me, so I know I'm not very cool when it comes to football or any other things. Alright, so let's think about this. So we have, I'm just going to draw this out, right? We got the football field, you guys know. Just go with me on this. We got the lines, right? Okay, so if they're at if the football is at some spot, let's say right there, then if they gain 15, then that's going to be a positive 15. Right? And then if they lose, or they lost 8, it's going to be a negative 8. So if we use the positive and negative numbers to show a team's progress in this situation, so if they were at 15, do we need this plus sign in front of it? No. You guys learned when you were little kids about numbers, and you didn't have to put plus signs in front of positive numbers. So you would have 15, and then minus the 8, which means 15 minus 8 gives us the positive 7. So what kind of gain did they have, or what progress did they make? They had a gain of 7. So a gain, or a plus 7. So you can go ahead and write this in your notes on your grown-ups. Okay? You don't have to write down the whole problem. Hopefully you're just doing it along with me. Okay, now this is another way to think about positive and negative numbers. It says, in Buffalo, New York, the temperature was -14 degrees Fahrenheit in the morning. If the temperature dropped 7 degrees, what is the temperature now? Ugh, for one thing, that is cold, cold, cold. So the way I would picture this is I would think about a thermometer, right? So we've got our thermometer. If we start, 0 is going to be way up here, because we want to start at -14. So I'm going to go by, I don't know, we'll go by, it doesn't matter. I'll just put some here. Pretend, I'm not going to count this out, but pretend that's -14, right? We can count it out later, or you don't have to even. So -14 is where they start, right? And then it's going to drop 7 degrees. So if it's going to drop 7 degrees, is that a positive or a negative number? It's a negative. So we're going to go down 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's sort of like we're saying negative 14 plus another negative 7. It's kind of weird to think about. Okay, so we got negative 14, negative 15, negative 16, negative 17, negative 18, negative 19, negative 20, negative 21. Now you guys may know that since we start at negative and we go more negative, our number is going to be a total that is negative. Right? So this is just different ways to think about it. Alright, I'm going to scroll up. Do one more together. Sorry, let me erase. You can go get a drink or something at the second. Wonder how many of you at home are still in your pajamas doing this. Huh, I'm jealous. I wish I was. Alright, so this you can ignore, we just did that. A submarine was situated 800 feet below sea level. See that? Below sea level. If it ascends 250 feet, what is the new position? Now that word ascends, you may or may not know, means to go up, okay, or to rise. Descend would mean to get lower, okay? So what is our starting spot for the submarine? I would probably think of it like this. Here's my water. Here's my land, my sea level. If they're saying they're starting 800 feet below sea level, is that going to be a positive or a negative 800? It's going to be a negative. A negative 800. And if it ascends 250, then that means it's going to go up 250, right? So we would write that negative 800 plus the 250. Now that's some weird math right there. Okay, we're starting at negative 800. If we go up 200, well, here's a negative 700. Here's a negative 600. That's 2, and then we need to go 50 more. So 2 negative 550. Okay? So you could think this through. If you want to put this in your calculators, I'm cool with that. Make sure you know where to find your negative button. And if you need help with that, ask me when we're in class together. Okay? So the new level for this would be at negative 550. Alright, so the lesson isn't too long today. It's just more practice. I think I told you guys that on Mondays, sometimes Tuesdays, or first of the week, we'll have notes. So you gotta really dig in deep and get those done, but then as the week goes on, it's more practicing skills. You should have a Google form that is your homework tonight, okay? So, and it should be labeled number line, alright? Make sure you do this because I'm taking grades for this stuff, and it's just real important to stay up with it, okay? Hope everybody's good, and get that homework done, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.